Welcome back to the Introduction to My Big Campus tutorial series. In this video, we're going to look at all things groups. So we'll start with how to create a group, then we'll look at the group level tools, how to edit our group, and finally, how do we add members to our group. So let's get started. I've already logged in, I'm at my activity page. I'm going to click on groups in the left column. It takes me to a listing of my groups, and the icons are pretty large. If you don't like that, you can always view your groups as a list. But we want to create a new group, so let's hit the Add New Group button. We start by giving our group a title. And in San Diego Unified, we'd like to use the same naming convention so that it makes groups easier to search for. And that is your school name, a dash, your name, another dash, and then the subject or period. And that third piece might be a little different depending on if you teach elementary school or if you teach 6 periods of math in 11th grade. Next, you have to choose your school. This is something that you can't change later, so be sure to choose the correct one. I'm going to call my group Farb dash Jensen dash algebra period 4. I can choose to upload a group video if I like. I'm going to go ahead and click save. So my group has been created. It's just that easy. Before I walk you through all the different tools in the group, I'm going to go back to our Introduction to My Big Campus group just so that you can see all the tools in context. So when you open a group, you see the title and the image. Along the left column, you see the last few discussions that have taken place. You also see the last announcements and if there's any events. The first group tool is the home page. This is just a static web page. You can edit it with text, images, you can put a video there, you can put links. This isn't typically something that you change very often. However, it is important to have something there, because if it's blank, people think that the group isn't being used or that it's not being updated. The next tool is announcements. This is typically where teachers go to post directions for their student and then include any files or bundles or videos that their students will need in order to complete their lesson. Teachers can post announcements. Students in a class cannot post an announcement. The next tool is discussions. So anybody can create a discussion, students or teachers. Once you get to the discussions, you click on the title, and then that takes you into where the discussion prompt is, and then you can go ahead and write a response. You can attach things to your response, and then you would click Add Post. The next tool is chat. Chat is turned off for students, but on for adults. It includes video chat. As long as people are logged in and in the group, they would be able to talk there. All content in the chat is archived, so it is all public. The next tool is pages. Pages are static web pages, and you can create as many pages as you like. You can create subpages. If you wanted to, you could really build out a whole website here. Some people like to use pages to organize their group instead of announcements. So they put their weekly lesson plans here. They put listing of homework. Again, it's a lot like a word processor. You're going to edit a page and it gets posted here. Resources. Resources are folders. And you can have folders within folders within folders, and you can add files, videos, whatever you want inside those folders. So in our My Big Campus group here, we have attributions. So if you click there, you'll see links to other people's work that I use to create the group. Taking it further are resources for you if you get stuck or want to learn a little more. And then this Do Amazing Things with My Big Campus and how to use My Big Campus in the classroom are some good videos and links. Next is the group calendar. Every time the teacher posts a schoolwork or creates a new event of some kind, it goes here. This is specific to this group. No other events will go here. Only the group owner can add new events. Students cannot. Finally is the Members tab. This shows you everybody who is in the group. This is where I can decide if I want to follow them. I can also decide to make somebody an admin. So maybe I'm team teaching and I want there to be 2 teachers in the class. I would assign them admin rights, and I could always take those away later. So those are the group level tools. Let's look at how to edit our group. It doesn't matter which tab we're on within the group. We're always going to see this title up at the top, and we get our admin options. So as group owner, I'm going to click edit. I can change the title, I can change the description. We'll talk more about the auto approve code in a couple minutes. Scrolling down, this is where I edit my home page. So again, I can put text. This little icon is for video. This one is for an image. And you can also do hyperlinks. Continuing down, by default, your group has nothing checked here. That means that your group is public to anyone on My Big Campus. So you want to be sure that you check only group members can view this group's content, and that keeps your group private. Scrolling down, who can create pages? You can let only yourself create pages by checking none. You could let everybody do it, or you could pick specific people within your group. Next, who can create resources within the group? This works the same as the page permissions. Then enabled pages. So if I uncheck these things, they will disappear from my group. So in this introduction to My Big Campus group, I don't want to use the chat. I do have some pages, I have some resources. I don't really need the calendar, and the members tab isn't too important to me. It's better to uncheck things that you're not going to use and then slowly bring them in if you need them than it is to just leave everything on, because if things are there and they're not being used, that can be confusing to people who are using your group. This is also where you can change your group photo again, and as always, when I finish editing things, I'm going to click Save. So now let's talk about how to get members into our group. I'm going to go back to the group that I've created, and I'm going to click on the Members tab. To add a new member to my group, all that I do is type their name in. My Big Campus will automatically search. When I see the one that I want, I click, I add new user. It's that easy. So if I'm not going to add very many people to my group, this is a really quick and easy way to do it. But if I'm a secondary teacher with 150 students, it's going to take me a long time to type in 150 names. So there is a shorter way to do this. I'll go to my admin options, edit my group, and in the group info at the top it says auto approve code. So if I click add code, My Big Campus automatically generates a code for me. I don't get to choose it myself. And then I can ask my students to search for our group. I give them the code, they enter it, and then they're already a member of my group. This is the same way that you joined this introduction class. So let's go down and save our changes so that we can use our group code. So those are the basics of creating and editing a group. Now let's review. There's 2 big ideas to take away from this video. The first is that the group owner chooses whether to make a group public to everyone in the My Big Campus community or private to only the members of that group. The second point is that there are 2 ways to add members to a group. One way is to do it manually by going to the Members tab and typing in each person's name. The other way is to add a group code, have your users search for your group, and then enter the code to enroll themselves. So that's it for this time. We'll see you in the next video where we talk about creating and managing student discussions.